My lady saintess, the team you healed yesterday would like to meet you to express their gratitude. The burly man in a suit bowed, his voice deliberately lowered, as if not to disturb the girl in his sight. A colossal gilded statue stood in the vast cathedral, depicting a man in a cleric's robe, raising a sword, exuding a thunderous aura. Even as a static statue, it commanded respect. However, the man in the suit wasn't looking at the magnificent statue. His gaze was fixed on the tiny figure kneeling beneath it. Glimmering light danced on the girl's loose black hair, making her appear sacred and mysterious. Even from behind, she was captivating. When the girl turned her face, her raven black eyelashes fluttered as if an exquisitely sculpted statue had come to life. Charles felt as if he had become Pygmalion, his wish fulfilled. Let them go. Healing them is my duty. It has nothing to do with them. No thanks are necessary. Her ethereal voice made Charles's heart flutter. As expected of the saintess, she performed good deeds without seeking recompense. Understood. I'll go send them away now. Charles breathed a sigh of relief. That team was from the lower city, just a bunch of poor, ordinary ability users. Receiving the saintess's healing was already the highest honor. He didn't want the saintess to be too involved with such people. The saintess should remain untainted by any dust, pure and flawless. After the man in the suit left, the vast cathedral was once again left with a solitary figure. Yejung, kneeling on the ground, looked around and let out a sigh of relief. The holy and dignified saintess could finally rise unsteadily. Even though she had to kneel for 4 hours every weekend, her body still couldn't get used to it. Despite her numb legs, Yejung had to maintain a steady gait. She was the Seikuria's image ambassador and couldn't let anyone see her unseemly side. Thankfully, after kneeling for 4 hours, the remaining time was relatively relaxed. The protagonist's team is leaving. Hurry and talk to them to build a bond. A strange voice echoed in Yejung's mind. Her steps faltered, and she furrowed her brow slightly. A mental ability user? Don't play tricks in the cathedral. If you leave now, I won't report you to the Sei Curia. No sooner had the girl finished speaking than a blinding white light instantly enveloped her. Yejung opened her eyes again to find herself in a pure white, boundless space. Besides her, there was a suspended book. A book? Yejung picked up the colorful book in front of her. Its cover depicted various characters. In the center was a black-haired man with an expressionless face. One of his arms transformed into a great sword, as if always ready for combat. The others clustered around him, each possessing ability characteristics. Flames, ice, vines, and so on, making Yejung a little dizzy. Yejung's gaze suddenly fixed on a corner of the cover. There was a girl in white, her black hair cascading along her slender curves. Compared to the other aggressive characters, she appeared quiet and delicate, completely out of sync with the overall art style. Although the girl's large eyes took up half of her face and the art style wasn't very realistic, Yejung recognized her. It was herself. And the man in the center of the cover was the leader of the ability user team she had healed yesterday. Yejung had a bad feeling. She looked at the large characters printed on the cover. King of the demonic domain. That's right, you are the female protagonist of this manga, King of the demonic domain. The strange voice spoke again. A manga female protagonist? Yejing wasn't unfamiliar with mangas. The Seikuria had drawn many mangas featuring the god of hope as the protagonist to spread doctrines to the public and showcase the great deeds of the divine saving the world. Therefore, Yejing didn't like reading mangas. The themes made her laugh. They either praised the divine, the Seikuria, or the imperial royal family. Boring and laughable, the saintess thought, rather disrespectfully. In the real world where your manga was created, mangas are very popular and come in various genres, but the most popular are shonen manga. Yejung became interested. What is shonen manga? Generally speaking, it's about the male protagonist leveling up, counterattacking, fighting monsters, gaining friendship and love, saving the world, and becoming the strongest, and so on. That should be called shonen manga for boys. Shonen is a general term for a certain age group. Your description is inaccurate. Ye Jeng corrected. The strange voice choked. Most protagonists in shonen manga are male. That's not important. What's important is you, our female protagonist. You're about to be forcibly taken offline due to low popularity. Low popularity. But my reputation in the Sei Korea and among the public has always been good. Saying good was an understatement. Ye Jung became the saintess of the Sei Korea at 14, and up to her current age of 17, had never made a single mistake. Even the royal family, which was at odds with the Sei Korea, praised her. If one were to ask who the most perfect woman in the entire empire was, Ye Jung would undoubtedly be elected by a landslide. That's the problem. You're too boring. In a manga that focuses on ability battles, you have no highlight moments in combat, only beauty and noble status. Your Yasashi personality is unremarkable, even in anime/manga. For male readers, you're not as interesting as other hot and powerful female characters. For female readers, you're a love-brained character who would abandon family and your saintess status for the male lead, which is what they hate most. Yejun caught the keywords, and her brows furrowed even more. Me? Giving up my status to be with that man? She recalled the leader of the ability user team she had healed yesterday. His face was covered in blood. She didn't even remember his appearance. What do you mean by forcibly taken offline? Because readers are very dissatisfied with you. This flower vase female lead, the manga author decided to have you take a fatal blow for the male lead in an ability battle. This will both stimulate the male lead to become stronger, escalate the conflict with the villain, and satisfy the readers. Yi Jung's beautiful, flawless, almost unreal face showed a look of bewilderment. Do people dislike me that much? The mechanical voice stopped speaking and presented Ye Jung with a strange scene, dense lines of text arranged before her. Number 1. Curious, who's everyone's most hated character in King of the Demonic Domain? Number 2. You might as well ask why everyone hates Ye Jung. Number 3. Dare not say, or they'll call me a misandrist. Female mom fans will immediately label me. Number 4. Ye Jung is useless. In terms of healing, she's not even as good as her brother. She constantly causes trouble for the protagonist's team trying to save people. Today is another day I want Ye Jung to go offline. Number 5. Ye Jung was created just to flatter otaku bros. It's normal for women to hate her. She's totally a saintess imagined by men. Number 6. I hate her too, even if I'm a man. Being weak is the original sin. There's no need for her to join the protagonist's team. Just leave her at home. Number 7. Yijung fans are also annoying. So what if I don't ship your official pairing? Who likes a soulless female character? They're all male lead dream girls using her as a skin. Number 8. Catching the Percy CP sister upstairs. Male strong CP is the best. Ye Jung found many of the terms strange. She clutched her chest, feeling a dull ache. Even if she couldn't fully understand what they were saying, Ye Jung could feel that they truly hated her. Don't be sad. I will help you change your fate, achieve a popularity comeback, and become a qualified female protagonist. This was the evaluation of you in the later stages of the manga's serialization. You've only just appeared now. There's still a chance to change the future. Ye Jung looked up blankly. How will you help me? White light flashed again, and Ye Jung found herself back in the empty cathedral, the shadow of the colossal statue enveloping her. I will spoil certain plot points and reader feedback for you. You can adjust your actions to receive better evaluations. Changing the manga's plot requires action points, and popularity can be converted into action points. Current action points 1. Ye Jung understood. She needed to use action points to change the parts of the manga's plot that made her unlikable, gain higher popularity, and avoid the tragic ending of dying for the male lead. I understand. Now I need to go back to my room and think this over properly. The girl's ankle-length black hair swayed with her skirt as she slowly walked down the corridor, nodding and smiling at the Sei-Kuria staff she passed. The Sei-Kuria staff members returned shy smiles, flustered. Today, too, the Saintess was radiant. But if they looked closely, they would see a hint of suppression in Ye Jung's gentle eyes. This is not the way back to my room. I shouldn't be going this way. Because your plot line has begun. Right now, the protagonist's team is waiting for you. According to the original plot, you will blush and fall in love at first sight with the handsome male lead after he washes off the blood. Actually, the system found it a bit strange. Ye Jung refused to meet the protagonist's team? How was that possible? According to Ye Jung's original character setting, without external interference, she would definitely have cordially met the protagonist's team. Although readers criticized her for being so gentle and kind that she was soulless, her gentleness and kindness were undeniably part of her character. The system wondered if its arrival had caused a butterfly effect. For example, perhaps Ye Jung was suddenly feeling unwell today, or had family matters, which led her to refuse the meeting with the protagonist's team. So I'll often be forcibly controlled by the plot in the future? Ye Jung asked abruptly. That is power from a higher dimension. You can change parts of the plot using action points. For example, the upcoming plot where you fall in love at first sight and blush, that's too love-brained. It completely loses the Saintess's gravitas. You could change it to giving them useful gifts or something, to gain some goodwill from the male lead and readers. The system thought that as a healing ability user, Ye Jung's potential was limited, making it difficult for her to have exciting combat highlights. It would be better for her to be a useful support character to gain goodwill. I can spoil the items the protagonist's team will need in the next dungeon, and you can use action points to add a gift-giving scene for yourself. The system instructed with ample experience. Ye Jung lowered her eyelashes like a docile doll. She nodded gently. All right then, I want to use an action point. To refuse the meeting. Huh? What? King of the Demonic Domain is one of the hottest mangas on Blue Star, with countless readers following it, and each chapter sparking intense discussions. It tells the story of the demonic domain descending upon the Holy Sei Empire 500 years ago. Wherever the demonic domain went, strange beasts and plants ran rampant. At the same time, humans awakened abilities, and ability users were responsible for eradicating the demonic domain and protecting their homeland. The most interesting aspect is the manga's ranking system. Only 1 in 10 humans awakens an ability, and every ability user must undergo a talent assessment after awakening. Talent ranks range from E to S. The Empire allocates resources based on ability user talent ranks, prioritizing the cultivation of powerfully talented ability users. The strength of ability users is divided into levels 1 to 10, and the Ability Guild assigns tasks based on strength levels. However, low-talent individuals often have poor strength levels, starting far behind high-talent individuals. With meager cultivation resources, their strength usually hovers between levels 1 and 5. The male protagonist of King of the Demonic Domain, an E-rank ability user from the lower city, was assigned to the worst ability academy. Yet, his strength assessment was more powerful than that of his S-rank talented peers. He leads his academy team to defeat the demonic domain beyond their rank, slapping the face of the Upper District Royal Academy, achieving a counterattack for low-talent individuals. So satisfying. That was Lee Yixin's biggest feeling watching this manga. As a high school girl with heavy academic pressure, reading such a plot was truly relaxing and stress relieving. Another feeling was handsome. The characters inside were all very good looking, especially the male lead and supporting male characters who were strong and handsome. She often screenshotted battle scenes to use as her phone wallpaper. Recently, the protagonist's team encountered a fierce battle, and the author provided a male lead battle-damaged famous scene. The fragility of a strong person made her both heartbroken and moved. Fortunately, at a critical moment, they met people from the Pariah who helped treat the protagonist's team, and Lee Yixin breathed a sigh of relief. The previous chapter left a cliffhanger. A mysterious high-ranking official from the Pariah stepped in to treat them, leaving her itching with anticipation for a week. A new handsome guy must be appearing. A powerful and mysterious healing type, perfectly matched with the male lead's metal type. Finally, Friday arrived. Lee Yixin, phone in hand, eagerly opened the new chapter. The new chapter was a transition after the dungeon ended. It opened with the male lead waking up in bed with a frown. A few days later, the protagonist's team, recovering from their injuries at the Pariah, was almost fully healed. They wished to personally thank their benefactor and offer gifts. But the Pariah rejected them. More precisely, that important figure didn't want to see them and unceremoniously expelled them out. Huh? Lee Yixin first looked confused, but soon her brows relaxed. What to do? She was even more excited about this character now. They seemed like a very individualistic and powerful person. Leaving so much mystery, the creator must be brewing something big.